Most people think arthritis is something old people get. Guess what? Kids get arthritis too. Arthritis can strike at any age, and it doesn't care about social or economic backgrounds. Chances are you or someone you know are affected by one of the forms of arthritis and arthritis-related conditions. When you're a kid with arthritis, it affects everything you do. Sometimes you have to have help getting out of bed in the morning, and it's hard to run and play because your joints hurt. Simple things like flying a kite or tying your shoelaces become difficult. This is Rachel Woods when she was 3 years old. She was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis when she was just a baby.
One day she was walking and all of a sudden she just stopped and started crying, and so we looked down and one of her toes was about twice its size. And she said, "Mommy, I don't want to walk."
By the 6th week, my daughter had about 13 joints swollen.
We were just numb.
Immediately our reaction was, who can we talk to? Is there somebody out there?
We realized, wow, we need to find more out, so we hooked up with the Arthritis Foundation.
It's painful, to think that this perfect person now has this chronic, horrible disease that had reduced her to crawling. And that was my reaction, and that we were going to have to deal with it forever.
I think the biggest problems that we see may be with the medications that we use to treat their arthritis. For some of the more severe rheumatic diseases, we may even have to use drugs like chemotherapy that you might use for cancer.
Of course, we're thinking chemotherapy medicine. Is her hair going to fall out? What's going to happen? And it was a tough decision for us to choose the methotrexate.
But they give it to children with arthritis in small doses, and it decreases the inflammation. And it's a very serious drug.
They told us that 90% of the damage that would be done to her joints would be done in the first 3 years. And that if we didn't treat this thing aggressively, she could be crippled. So we made the choice as parents, and we hope that in the long run it's the right choice.
Today, things are good. She can do pretty much everything any other kid can.
Ready? Try it again. Both hands at the same time. Hold them. Push them in and hold them. Hold them.
Arthritis is not just one disease. There are more than 100 diseases and conditions that affect joints, surrounding tissues, and other connective tissues. Having arthritis is also expensive. Medications and treatments run into thousands of dollars every year. When you're a kid with arthritis, it has an impact on your entire family.
Here in Houston, we probably have at least 500,000 patients with some kind of arthritis, and we have been very fortunate to be supported here in Houston by the Arthritis Foundation. And in fact, without the help of private support, it would be very difficult to continue the vast amount of research that needs to go on.
When you're a kid with arthritis, you have to face the fact that you'll always have it. You have to take medicine, have treatment, and go to the doctor a lot. Some days you feel okay and some days you don't. You just have to learn to live with it.
Well, I've had arthritis since I was 2 years old, and now I'm 35. And in that time, I've had to watch life go by. And it can be very frustrating at times because you can't do things from one day to the next that you could do before. And so really I didn't have a childhood and couldn't really understand why I couldn't do the things I wanted to do. And it's just a lot of questioning and a lot of frustration.
We try to let them do as much as they can because we want their lives to be as normal as possible. But on the other hand, we don't want them to do too much because the joints that they were born with are the ones that we hope that they go to their grave with.
The local chapter of the Arthritis Foundation is active in providing funding for research and for providing support for families who have a loved one that suffers from arthritis. There is a conference coming up in June in Houston called the Odyssey of Optimism. The purpose of this conference is to increase awareness about juvenile arthritis.
Well, our conference is going to take place from June 22nd to the 24th. It's going to be at the Omni Hotel, right by the Galleria, and we hope to accomplish a lot of great things. Parents and children with arthritis are going to get to meet some of the top doctors from across the country, and fortunately they're right here in Houston. And they'll get to answer questions about treatments, medications, surgeries, how to get along as a family. It'll be invaluable, and perhaps the best thing is they'll get to see for the first time other families and children that suffer from the same thing they do every day.
You can help the Arthritis Foundation in their mission to help others. Give them a call or visit their website. Reporting from Houston, I'm Hannah Morris.